So the new device that we have developed is composed of two parts. First, the coupling cone, which is located against the eye and allows to place and center the device relative to the eye. And the second part is a probe, which is a ring with 6 piezoceramic transducers. As you can see, each of the transducers is dedicated to coagulate selectively a part of the ciliary body. 10 years ago, when we began to develop the ultrasound treatment of glaucoma, we have performed some numerical simulations, and actually it appears that a circular device with 6 transducers was able to generate 6 focal zones corresponding to the anatomy of the ciliary body, as you can see here. So we have decided to use 6 piezoceramic transducers in a circular manner. We have used thermosensitive gel to validate the geometry of the device, and for example, we can see in the gel the focal zone induced by the transducers. We have a whitening when there is an heating of the gel, as you can see here. Then we have built some first prototypes to try it in animals. As you can see here, we have done the first trials in rabbits, in white New Zealand rabbits. We have the cone just here, against the eye. We can check the centration in this animal. Then we insert the probe in the cone, we fill with water, we have an opening, and then we can treat the eye of the rabbit. So the results in animals, we have found a very selective coagulation necrosis of the ciliary body after the treatment. For example, on this slide, we have 2 treated ciliary processes, here and here, compared to 2 untreated ciliary processes. We see a complete loss of the ciliary epithelium, so this is a coagulation necrosis of the treated part of the ciliary body. At the bottom of the slide, we have the same results, but with scanning electron microscopy. Before treatment on the left and after treatment on the right, we can see the focal zone here. It is very nice. It is a very selective treatment of the ciliary body, as you can see. So in animals, we have found a sustained and significant IOP reduction in the eye treated, and the IOP reduction was related to the number of sectors activated. For example, in this graph, we have the IOP reduction in millimeters of mercury. In the animal in which we have activated the 6 transducers, in animal in which we have activated 5 transducers, and in animals in which we have activated 4 transducers. As you can see, in the animal in which we activated the 6 transducers, we have a significant and important IOP reduction, and it was sustained over time. Here we have the IOP reduction 1 month after the treatment. So after, subsequently, we decided to use at least 6 transducers. After the preclinical studies, we have started quickly human trials in human. Actually, now we have conducted 4 main clinical trials. So I'm going to show you a summary of these 4 studies in order to provide you a good view of the results that we can expect and also the good indication of the treatment. So the first one was a pilot study. We have treated 12 eyes with refractory and very advanced glaucoma, as you can see, mainly secondary glaucoma. Nevertheless, we have obtained very promising results with an excellent tolerability and a mean IOP reduction of about 34% at the last follow-up, as you can see on the right on the screen. And actually, we had 2 groups of treatment in this study, a group with a lower dose, and we have 20% of IOP reduction 1 year after the treatment, and we have a second group with a higher dose, and we obtain 40%, about 40% of IOP reduction 1 year after the treatment. So it was a very interesting, very promising results obtained in those patients. So as the tolerability was nice in the first study, we have quickly started a second larger clinical trial. It was conducted in France in patients with less advanced glaucoma. It was a multi-center study, and it was also a dose escalation study. After evaluating the results of the first 20 patients treated, we have increased the dose in the subsequent patient. So we are going to look at the results of this study. Very briefly, I show you the inclusion and exclusion criteria. We have treated eyes with open-angle glaucoma, primary or secondary, at least 1 previous filtering surgery, and an IOP more than 21 millimeters of mercury with maximal medical therapy. So the device, we can see the cone, we can see the probe, we have 3 different diameters of ring selected based on the size of the eye. We have treated under local, regional or general anesthesia with the following parameters: 4 seconds of shot in the first group, lower dose, and 6 seconds of shot in the second group, higher dose, just here. So, as I said, we have 3 different diameters of ring. Actually, for each patient, we have performed an UBM imaging using ultrasound of the eye, and we use images to choose the diameter to be used. For example, you can see in yellow the focal zone induced by the 12 mm diameter ring, which was chosen in this given patient. For example, another patient, an UBM image with the 11 mm diameter probe focal zone, the 12 and the 13. And for example, in this patient, I have chosen this one, the 30 mm diameter ring. So in the study, the efficacy in the first group of patients, lower dose, when we study all the patients, primary and secondary glaucoma, on this graph we can see the absolute IOP reduction. We have the IOP just before the treatment, we have the decrease in IOP, and we have the IOP with 1 year of follow-up of the patient. In this group, 1 year after the treatment, 63% of the patients were responders to the treatment, that is, have an IOP reduction of 20% or more. In the second group, higher dose, in all the patients, the efficacy was slightly lower, as you can see here, with 44% of responders 1 year after the treatment, as you can see also on the graph, IOP before, IOP after. The tolerability was very good, it was a very nice result. No IOP increase after the treatment, only 2 cases of transient hypotony, but we just have to remove some glaucoma medication and the IOP goes up, and 1 case of macular edema, but it was a transient macular edema with complete recovery without specific treatment. So the third study was rather similar to the second study. We have treated eyes with primary open-angle glaucoma. It was an European study, at least 1 previous filtering surgery and an IOP more than 21 mm of mercury with maximal medical therapy. I just show you 1 slide regarding this study with the results, and it was actually very similar, about 30% of IOP reduction in all the patients treated, and a success rate of about 50% without retreatment and 70% with possible retreatment. And for example, if we look the graph, we have here the pre-IOP and the post-op IOP in all the patients treated, and on the right part we have the pre-op IOP and the post-op IOP in the responder patients, and as you can see we have also 30 to 35% of IOP reduction, so it was a nice IOP reduction, and it was a sustained IOP reduction over time. As in the first 3 studies we have shown a nice efficacy to decrease IOP and a good tolerability, we have started the last trial in patients with early glaucoma without previous filtering surgery. So we move, in the first study we have begun in patients with very advanced glaucoma, we change, and the last study was conducted in patients with early glaucoma with a good visual field, with a good vision, good visual acuity, and before filtering surgery. So if we look at this study, regarding the efficacy, on this graph we can see the absolute IOP reduction, IOP before the treatment, about 30 mm of mercury, IOP after the treatment, and we have about 20 mm of mercury only 1 year after the treatment. Also in this study, 1 year after the treatment, 63% of the patients were responders to the treatment. That is, have an IOP reduction of 20% or more. And for example, in this table, we can see the IOP reduction during the follow-up of the patient in all the patients treated in the left part of the table, and in the responder patients in the right part on the table. As you can see, if we look all the patients treated, we have 30% of IOP reduction 1 year after the treatment. If we look only the responders to the ultrasound treatment, we have 37% of IOP reduction 1 year after the treatment. It is very interesting, very important. It is a nice IOP decrease. If we decrease IOP by 30 or 37% in a patient with glaucoma, we decrease a lot the risk of glaucoma progression. So tolerability, also in this study, it was very nice. We mainly have some minor side effects, as you can see, conjunctival hyperemia, subconjunctival hemorrhage, just a small peak in IOP. We don't have a lot of important side effects. We have mainly minor side effects. And for example, we can see one eye just before the treatment, 1 day after, 1 week after. The eye is very nice. We did not have any ocular inflammation. We can see the cornea, we can see the antechamber, we can see the lace. The eye is very looks very nice after the treatment with ultrasound.